Hallo, ich bin's, Robin, Deutschlehrer mit Core Languages, and today I'm back at Riverfront Park in North Charleston, and I have a question for you. What do you think the following sentence means or expresses? You can speak. What do you think you can speak means or expresses? Some of you may think it means, well, it means that you have the ability to speak. But it could also mean I give you permission to speak. In English and in German, modal verbs such as the verb can help us express permission, ability, advice, or even urgency by modifying another verb in the sentence. In German, however, we need to consider two things when using modal verbs. They follow a different conjugation pattern, and they change the word order in the sentence. So in today's video, I'm going to give you a basic introduction to modal verbs in German so that you can incorporate them into your sentences. I would say los geht's und viel Spaß beim Deutschlernen.
Modalverben, modal verbs. Modal verbs are a class of auxiliary verb that we use to express the ability or inability to give someone permission or advice and to add urgency. In German, the modal verb is conjugated and placed in second position in regular word order. And the second verb or the main verb that the modal verb is modifying is placed at the end of the sentence in its infinitive form. In a regular word order sentence, we begin with the subject, then we have the conjugated modal verb, followed by the predicate, and then the main verb at the end of the sentence in the infinitive. For example, zum Beispiel, muss Hausaufgaben machen. If I translated the sentence directly, it would go, he must homework do. He must do homework. The main verb machen is placed at the end of the sentence, and the modal verb müssen, conjugated based on the subject is placed in second position. Here's the conjugation of the modal verbs in German. Pay attention to vowel changes and spelling changes. Note that ich and es are identical and have stem vowel changes, except for sollen. The do form also has a stem vowel change. Feel free to repeat after me. Here's the conjugation for dürfen, may, or to be permitted or allowed to. Ich darf, du darfst. Sie es darf. Sie dürfen. Wir dürfen, ihr dürft, sie dürfen. Können, can, or to be able to. Ich kann, du kannst. Sie es kann. Sie können. Wir können, ihr könnt, sie können. Mögen, to like. Ich mag, du magst, sie es mag, sie mögen. Wir mögen, ihr mögt, sie mögen. Müssen, must, or to have to. Ich muss, du musst. Sie es muss, sie müssen. Wir müssen, ihr müsst, sie müssen. Sollen, shall, or to be supposed to. Ich soll, du sollst. Sie es soll, sie sollen. Wir sollen, ihr sollt, sie sollen. Wollen, to want. Ich will, du willst. sie es will. Sie wollen. Wir wollen. Ihr wollt. Sie wollen. Here are examples or Beispiele of sentences using dürfen, may, or to be allowed to. Dürfen is used to express permission. And remember the word order. We start with the subject, followed by the conjugated modal verb, then the predicate, and then the main verb in the infinitive at the end of the sentence. For example, darf eine Nachspeise haben. He may a dessert have, or he may have a dessert. Du darfst mein Auto fahren. You may my car drive. You may drive my car. Here are Beispiele of sentences using können, can, or to be able to. Können is used to express the ability or inability, or to give someone permission. Again, pay attention to the word order in the sentence. Ich kann Fahrrad fahren. I can a bike ride, or I can ride a bike. This sentence expresses the ability of being able to ride a bike. Du kannst mein Fahrrad fahren. You can my bike ride. You can ride my bike. This sentence gives permission. Sie können hier nicht parken. You can here not park. You cannot park here. This sentence expresses both the inability or that someone is not allowed to do something. In this case, you are not allowed to park here. Hier sind Beispiele of sentences using mögen, to like. Mögen is used to express possibility, but it is also used to express that someone likes something. Again, pay attention to the word order. Ich mag heute ins Kino gehen. I like to go to the movie theater today. This sentence expresses the possibility of going to the movie theater, but also that the person likes to go to the theater tonight. Du magst Kuchen. You like cake. Notice how this sentence does not have another verb. Mögen is one modal verb that does not always require an infinitive form of the main verb because it is often implied. In the second example, it is inferred that the subject likes to eat cake. Hier sind Beispiele of sentences using müssen, must, which is used to express a strong obligation. Ich muss nach Hause gehen. I must home go. I must go home. This sentence expresses the strong obligation of going home. Wir müssen nicht lange warten. We must not long wait. We must not wait long. This sentence is used to express the opposite, as in we are not obligated to have to wait long. Hier sind Beispiele of sentences using sollen, shall, or to be supposed to, which is used to express an obligation, but it can also be used to give someone advice or to express that someone is expected to do something. For example, ihr sollt die Hausaufgaben machen. You are supposed to do the homework. In this example, we're expressing that they are expected to do the homework. Du sollst öfter trainieren. You're supposed to train more often. This sentence is giving advice. Und hier sind Beispiele of sentences using wollen, to want, which is used to express desire. For example, wir wollen eine Party haben. We want to have a party. Sie will Nudeln essen. She wants to eat noodles. Let's practice. Üben. Choose between müssen and dürfen and pay close attention to the correct conjugation. Du das Auto fahren. The correct modal verb would be dürfen. Du darfst das Auto fahren. You may drive the car. Die Prüfung schreiben. The correct modal verb would be müssen. Muss die Prüfung schreiben. He has to write the exam. How about these examples? Choose between sollen and können. Nicht gut singen. The correct modal verb is können. Kann nicht gut singen. He cannot sing well. Wir auf Albrecht warten. The correct modal verb is sollen. Sollen wir auf Albrecht warten? The sentence could be translated to, are we supposed to wait for Albrecht? Or should we wait for Albrecht? Let's practice with the modal verb mögen, to like. Choose the correct conjugation. Sie mag or sie mögt Skilaufen. The correct conjugation is mag. Sie mag Skilaufen. She likes skiing. And how about this example? Choose the correct conjugation of the modal verb wollen, to want. Sie will Ruhe haben or sie will Ruhe haben. The correct conjugation for sie, as in she, is will. Sie will Ruhe haben. She wants to have quiet.
Vielen Dank fürs Zusehen. I hope you now have a better understanding of how to use modal verbs in German. As always, if you have more questions, feel free to comment, or if you're interested in joining one of our German courses with a live instructor, feel free to message us directly. Das war's, vielen Dank und bis zum nächsten Mal.